வீடியோ
Good evening to all. My
Hi,
voice,
very great good evening to all the participants and a great welcome on behalf of SAIPA IIE to a new journey in the Diploma of Nutrition and Dietetics, which is going to be run for entire 1 year. So, in this auspicious moment, I want to thank Mrs. Deva Karthika ma'am for this wonderful session and being the part of SAIPA for entire 1 year. So, on behalf of SAIPA, I welcome ma'am for this wonderful session on the topic of good food for good health. So, you are most welcome, ma'am.
thank you. Good evening to all. My voice is audible.
Yes,
Just
ma'am.
please check and please confirm.
Yes,
Yeah, it
ma'am.
is fine.
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. My name is Karthika. Just I'm going to give just a general awareness about the food as well as the health. What is the relationship between the food as well as the health? Okay. So in this session, we are going to see about what is health, what is healthy life, and why we are eating food, and what are the functions of the food, and what are the groups of the food, how the food is grouped according to the nutrient as well as the nutrition. And next to that, we are going to see about the RDA. RDA stands for the recommended dietary allowances, and also the food pyramid, how we have to eat food and how we have to take food according to the food pyramid. And what are the disease conditions if we take more of particular nutrients or lack of particular nutrients. Okay, this is the agenda we are going to see in the next 2 hours. Okay, so what is healthy lifestyle? So here we are wondering, sometimes we don't know what exactly the health is and what exactly the lifestyle is. So according to the World Health Organization, they define the healthy lifestyle focus on the 8 aspects. Okay, before that it was only 3 aspects. Now it constrains to the 8 aspects. That is emotional, environmental, financial, as well as intellectual, occupational, physical, social, and spiritual. So, what is emotional health? See, we are in a lot of pressures during the workplaces as well as the workplaces, we are not able to control the emotion. Actually, the emotional is the basic requirement for our healthy lifestyle. Because when we emotionally broke down, it causes various changes in our hormonal levels, especially in the physical and physiological, and also the hormonal imbalance, and it affects our environmental too. So if any one of these aspects affects the lifestyle, then the entirely 8 aspects also getting affected. So what is emotional health? So a person able to manage their emotion on their control, cope with the life event. Okay. So when they are able to acknowledge their own feelings, and when that go to the others too. If we are feeling sad, then we can able to uh, control our emotions, which should not affect the other person who is residing with us, or residing near to us, or in the family itself. So how can we change that emotion to the next emotion? So we have to control our emotion, and we have to keep that emotions in a healthy balance. Okay, so the next one is the environmental health. The environmental health stands for the public health, which is more or less related to the our living place where we are living. If, for an example, if our environment is very clean, then we can able to clean and greeny. Then definitely we are able to lead a healthy life. And if our neighbor will be a good relationship, then it will also give a peaceful for us. If they are always mm, creating any problems or shouting daily or shouting on a continuous basis, then definitely our emotional also will get disturbed, as well as the our environmental living environment is also getting disturbed. So emotional and environmental health is based on the living place where we are residing. Okay, mainly based on the air circulation, plus water availability, climatic change. Yes, any
ரெண்டு ஒரே ஸ்மெல்
this we are getting disturbed. Please mute. Okay, is it okay? So environmental is based on the air quality, which is where we are residing, the water quality, climatic change, radiation. And radiation is nothing but if we are residing near any industrial areas or any atomic stations or uh, any pollutant area, then definitely it leads to us some health problems. So the environmental health is nothing but where we are residing in a common public place. So the next one is the financial health lifestyle, financial healthy. So this depends upon the person, how we are earning and what we are going to do with that money, and how safe we are in the future, whether we have a good amount of savings for our retired life or any savings for our emergency situations, any insurance or like that. If we are financially stable and we are planning according to that, definitely then the other emotions, other lifestyle will be very easy for us. So financial health is depends upon one of the person earning, as well as their properties and their bank balance, everything related to that. Okay, so if we have enough pre-plan for each and every situation, then definitely the financial health is also well and good. Next one is the intellectual health. Health is nothing but expanding your knowledge and skills towards the working experience, or exploring new places, or creative thinking, or stimulating mental activities like that. So whenever we are going out, we are learning some new things. So what we have to do is we have to be very open minded for the intellectual health. We have to pre-analyze the events. If we are doing action like this, then what will happen next? So either it will be a positive or negative. So we can able to conclude the event what we are going to do in our life. If for an example, if you are going to if you are going to travel, so you have to pre-plan everything. If suppose in case if you are missed the train, so what we will do next? The plan A, plan B. So that is the intellectual health. Next one is the occupational health. This is most important public health field, because most of the time we are spending our entire life in the working place. So it should be very healthy. And it should be very safe and a healthy environment among the working people. The next one is the physical health. Physical health, you know that our body well-being. So if we are physically we are healthy, then we can able to do lot of works. If we are physically good, then we can able to think more, and we can think very positively. The next one is the social health. Social health is nothing but the relationship among the social. For an example, if you have a good relationship with the neighbors for an emergency situation, definitely they will come and help you. If you don't have any nice relationship like that, then just we have to search each and everything for that. Especially the persons who are residing in the apartments, then definitely they will have a good social relationship among the nearby houses and the places which we are living. Then the next one is the spiritual health. Spiritual health is nothing but the either it may be any god, we have to spirit on that. It is not based on the mind or the body, but with something which is within ourselves, within the individual. So, which gives the hope for us to lead the life, whether we are in a stress or we are in a happy mood, then definitely we'll thank for the God. Either we are in a happy mood, if we are in some stress or in some bad situation, definitely we will pray God for giving us strength. So it hopes to lead our healthy lives. So this is the 8 aspects of the healthy lifestyle. If we overcome or if we fill these 8 aspects, then we can able to lead a healthy life. And just hereafter also, just you can able to maintain these 8 aspects on your own, and just you write it down. What are the aspects? If you are emotional imbalance, then you have to write down what happened to that situation. Then just if you are writing down instead of sharing with others, if you write down in a note, or if you start to write down, definitely you can able to get an idea about yourself. So this is the reason for my emotional imbalance. So we can, next time I can able to correct this, like that you can able to cope up with that for the next time. So why to be healthy? So definitely each and every people nowadays, just they want to be a healthy life. So why, what is the reason? So we here, just I have given a few points why to be healthy. To avoid disease and illness. Definitely, each and every people's main wish is that to live a disease-free life, because it gives so much of emotional imbalance, as well as the financial crisis, and the person who were living with us, they'll also get effect of that. And to thrive, just not to survive, it is to enjoy the life, not for the survival. Okay, and to keep the medical cost down, especially when we are going to a hospital, definitely what kind of medical bills we are getting it. If we are going to the hospital, then definitely we have to spend some certain amount of money for that. So instead of that, if we being healthy, then we can cut down that cost for spending the medicine to live longer. Especially, just we all have a wish to live longer, to see our children to grow when they settle in their life, then their children, like that, then have more energy to do all the works for the day-to-day life also, and for the extraordinary events also. And the next point is the look and feel better. So for each and every person, they want to feel better for ourselves, and also for look good. Especially for the females, they want to look, if anybody saying you are looking so young, then definitely it makes more happy for her. So to look good also, we have to be very healthy, and for better mental care, for that is for the emotion and better lifestyle. So for these aspects, we have to eat food and to be healthy. And health is nothing but it is like a triangle. If one is not there, then it will be not in shape. So health, it depends upon the exercise as well as food. If you are not eat a good food, then you will not be healthy. Then if you are not able, if you are eating good food, you are not doing exercise, and definitely it will affect your health too. So it is a triangle, and each and everyone depends on each other. For healthy life, you have to eat good food as well as you have to do a regular exercise, physical work. The next one is why to eat. So less illness, just eating lot of fruits and vegetables, which provides antioxidants to you, and it will keep you keep you very healthy, and it prevents you from frequent illness. So somebody, if the season is changing, somebody definitely get a cold and cough immediately. So when you are eating right fruits and vegetables, vitamins and minerals, that you are not prone to such kind of illness. So next one is the clear skin. If you are drinking a proper kind of water, if you are drinking enough amount of water every day, then definitely your skin looks better. See, apart from the nutrients, water is now also considered as a nutrients nowadays. So we have to take the enough an amount of water in our day-to-day life. If you are not taking enough water, then it leads to certain kind of problems that we will see later. And healthy teeth. So if we have a healthy teeth, then only we can able to chew the food properly and eat it. If we are not able to chew properly, if you are swallowing the food as it is, then it leads to certain kind of stomach upsets as well as certain kind of disease conditions. So for eating a healthy, we required a healthy teeth, which is calcium is required for the healthy teeth. Again, another nutrient. Okay, then provides a satiety value. Satiety value is nothing but the fullness. Whenever we are eating, we feels the fullness in our stomach. If we are not feeling the fullness, then definitely we go for carving some kind of snacks or other fruits or vegetables. So our intake will be frequent and it will put on weight. Okay, so it provides a fullness. That satiety value is nothing but the fullness of the stomach. The next one is the mental health. If you are eating a right amount of food, then your mental health will be the good. See, if some person is not eating properly, or he is fasting for a few days, fasting for a long time, then definitely either he will be very calm, or if you are going to ask anything, definitely he will be very harsh for us because he feels hungry. If without eating food, definitely he cannot able to do any kind of work. So whenever we are feeling good, that time we have to, whenever we are eating a good food, then we feel good. Then we can able to work properly. We can able to maintain the relationship with the others also properly. Then the next one is the reduced risk. So when you are eating right, we can able to reduce the risk of chronic diseases and also some infections too. Some types of cancers also we can reduce when we are taking a right amount of nutrients. Then for better digestion, if we eat a good amount of fiber, then we can able to get a good amount of digestion. If you are going for a fast foods or unhealthy food, definitely your stomach will be upset and the digestion will not take place. You will always feel the fullness and sometimes maybe nausea or dizziness. You may feel. So we should eat a good food, right amount of food for better digestion. And the last, it provides energy for our day-to-day life, work. And if you are doing a physical activity also, we have energy to do that physical work also. That amount of energy, we are getting it from the food. So here are the functions of food. So we can classify functions of food into 3 types. One is physiological function. The next one is the social function. The other one is the psychological function. So physical function is again classified into 3 types: energy yielding foods, body building foods, and protective and regulatory foods. That energy yielding foods is nothing but to do work, regular work, and to keep our body healthy. The energy yielding foods are required. The energy yielding foods are nothing but the carbohydrates and fats. We are getting the major amount of energy from these two sources. And bodybuilding food is nothing but, see here from the kid, we are getting old. So for this growth and development, we require the protein. That is for the bodybuilding. See here, for the development of the body parts. Okay, the hand, leg, and then hands, everything that requires the protein. So that is the bodybuilding food. And the next one is the protective and regulatory food. That is, if we are getting any diseases or any inflammations or any infections, our body have antibiotics on their own. So antibodies, so that will protect us from the disease conditions. If you are somebody, if if a kid fell down, then he is having a wound, but that wound stays not longer than a month. It gets healed. So for that healing, certain vitamins and minerals and protein is required. That is the protective and regulatory food. The next one is the social function. See, if we are having any functions or any celebrations, what we are doing, we are sharing food with the other people just for a token of love. Is that right? Anybody? Yes, I'm talking for so long. Anybody, is that right?
Yes, ma'am.
So what you are doing for Ramzan or for Diwali, for definitely we are providing sweets to others. Why you are providing sweet to others? Anybody?
For making good relationship with others.
Okay. Anything else?
Just to
As
share
a token
love.
of love.
As a token of love.
Yes.
So to get a as a token of love, to maintain a good relationship. And the next thing is, just if some Punjabi or some North Indian person is residing to you, next to you, and some other person maybe from other state or other district residing to you, that nature of their own food, they are serving it to you. So this type of servings provide us different types of food from the other people, and we can able to learn the food preparations from other peoples too. Okay, got it?
Yes, ma'am.
And
Yes,
the next,
ma'am.
got it?
Hey!
So the next one is the psychological function. Psychological function is nothing but, see, whenever we are feeling happy, what we are doing? We go out and we eat a nice food. If for an example, if we have a birthday or it's a wedding anniversary, what we are doing, just we are going to a nice restaurant, a good restaurant, and then we are eating a different kinds of food. Right. So if some people are sad or they are in stress, what they will do is they eat a lot. Just mute it, madam. So whenever some people who are in stress also, what they will is they'll eat a lot and then they'll go to sleep. So to get out from the stress, they'll eat a lot. So that is the psychological function. Whenever we are feeling happy, whenever we are feeling sad, whenever we are feeling stressed, whenever we are feeling tired. So we just whenever we are feeling tired, then what we'll do, just we'll go or we'll have some coffee or tea to refresh ourselves. Okay, that is the psychological function. Food plays a major role in physiological function, social function, as well as the psychological function. The next one is the food groups. So here the food is grouped as 5 groups. First one is cereals, grains, and its products. The next one is the pulses and legumes. The third one is the milk and meat products. The fourth one is fruits and vegetables. The last one is fats and sugars. This cereals and grains products are nothing but the cereals, rice, wheat, bajra, ragi, jowar, sorghum, and then buckwheat, quinoa, and then all these comes under the cereals, and its products means rice flakes, rice flour, wheat flour, maida, and then ragi flour, or comes under the products. And pulses and legumes, or pulses are the dry beans, and legumes are the fresh beans. Fresh peas comes under the legumes, and dals, all kinds of dals comes under the pulses. All the dried lentils or comes under the pulses. Next one is the milk and meat products. You know the milk as well as the meat. Milk product is nothing but the butter, cheese, and then curd. All comes under the milk products. And then meat products is nothing but the sausage, lard. It all comes under the meat products. And then you know the fruits and vegetables. Here the vegetables is classified into 3 types. One is root vegetables, which grows under the soil. And the next one is the other vegetables. Other vegetables is nothing but the broad bean, lady's finger, all kinds of vegetables. And then green leafy vegetables. Green leafy vegetables, you know that spinach, amaranth, all those comes under the green leafy vegetables. And fruits, again, it's classified into 2 types. One is pulpy fruits, which is having a pulp like mango, banana, and juicy vegetables, juicy fruits like orange, mosambi, grapes. These comes under the juicy fruits. The next one is the fats and sugars. Here, the fats is also comes from the milk and meat products, and sugars or nothing but the canned sugar, palm sugar, and then coconut sugar, and then honey, and then various kinds of syrups. Okay, is there, if you have any doubt, please note it down, and then we will discuss during the question time. So here are the nutrients. Just we saw about the food groups and functions of the groups. Food groups. Next one is the nutrients. Here the major nutrients are carbohydrate, protein, fat, vitamins and minerals, and water. So we can classify nutrients into major nutrients as well as the minor nutrients. Here the major nutrients are classified into 3 types: fats, carbohydrates, and protein. And minor nutrients or vitamins and minerals. What is the difference between the major nutrients and minor nutrients? Is nothing but the major nutrients, or the intake of major nutrients will be in grams, either in 100 grams, 5 grams, 200 grams, like that. But the minor nutrients we will take in the form of milligrams, sometimes micrograms also. Okay, so certain vitamins will take in a grams amount, some certain vitamins and minerals will take it in a small quantity only. And water is also considered as a nutrient. So what are the functions of nutrients? Is nothing but the carbohydrate provides energy. Various forms of carbohydrates and carbohydrate-rich foods provides only the nutrients, and small amount of protein. And fat, which provides energy, as well as it will store under the skin, and it can prevent us from various climatic changes. And fat is also provides energy. And carbohydrate, 1 gram of carbohydrate provides 4 kilocalories of energy. And fat, 1 gram of fat provides 9 kilocalories of energy. And protein is nothing but we require protein for the growth as well as the building growth. You can saw on the previous slide from the baby to the older age. For that, we require the protein and building various kinds of organs inside our body, which requires protein for their building as well as repair of body cells. Inside our body, we have various certain large amount of cells for that repair. Repair is nothing but if any cells broken down, then the protein will regenerate it. For that purpose, protein is required. 1 gram of protein provides around 4 kilocalories of energy. So these are the major nutrients which we are taking in a large quantity. And carbohydrate rich foods, you know that cereals are carbohydrate rich. Rich foods are cereals as well as the sugars, and fat is from meat and milk and meat products, and the oils, and then the protein is from the milk and meat products and the pulses. Okay. And the vitamins is required for conversion of see, when we are studying the biochemistry, that is carbohydrate is not observed as carbohydrate in our body. Carbohydrate is converted into amylopectin and simple sugars. So after it converted into glucose only, the body will be absorbed, our blood will be absorbed the carbohydrate. So for that conversion, vitamins and minerals are required. So for help in the formation of bodily tissues and necessary for all chemical reactions in our body. So protein is not observed as such as protein. It is converted into amino acids and then only it will be observed in our bloodstream. The next one is the minerals. Minerals is nothing but it is required for the vitamin absorption also. For an example, for iron absorption, vitamin C is required. If we are taking iron and vitamin C, then the iron absorption will be more. For that minerals and vitamins are more or less just go ahead with each other. And the next function is that formation of bodily tissues and carrying out of chemical reactions. Is for the conversion, again for the conversion of carbohydrate into simple sugars like glucose, that certain kind of minerals will be in the presence of certain kinds of minerals and vitamins only, it will be converted to the simple sugars. The next one is a subclassification of nutrients. Again, here the carbohydrate is classified into simple sugars. And the next one is complex, starch, and fiber. The simple sugar is nothing but the sugars. It is again classified into monosaccharides and disaccharides. The simple sugars are nothing but glucose, which is we are getting from the sugar honey, and then fructose, which is we are getting it from the fruits. We are drinking a fruit juice, no? So certain kind of carbohydrate, that is the monosaccharide. Fructose is present in the fruit juices. And the next one is the galactose. Galactose is present in the milk. And disaccharides are from maltose. Maltose is nothing but the malt. We are drinking the various kinds of malts which is prepared from the cereals. In Tamil, we will say Sattamavu Kanji. So that porridge will contain maltose. And now you are drinking, for an example, commercial products like Horlicks, Boost, Bournvita. So those also contains the amount of maltose. Okay, the next one is the lactose. Lactose is nothing but we can get it from the milk. Some persons having a lactose intolerance. Lactose intolerant, they are allergic to the lactose. So they have to avoid the milk and milk-based products. So especially in the foreign countries, they are all, some persons have lactose intolerance, and each and every packing materials, food product packing materials, they'll mention that presence of lactose in that. So simple sugars are nothing but glucose, fructose, and galactose, and disaccharides is from maltose, lactose, and Sucrose. Sucrose is nothing but the sugar. Sucrose is nothing but the source which we can get it from the sugar cane, especially the sugar. That is the sugar, sucrose. The next one is the complex. Complex is nothing but the polysaccharide. That is the starch and fiber and glycogen. You know that starch, when we cook the rice, the carbohydrate is converted into starch, and fiber is nothing but the fiber is again classified into two types. One is soluble fiber and the other one is the insoluble fiber. That soluble fiber is nothing but it is able to, our body can able to digest that soluble fiber, and insoluble fiber is nothing but our body cannot digest that insoluble fiber, and in that helps to form stools in our body to get rid of the constipation. So those who are having a constipation problem, they are advised to take a certain amount of insoluble fibers, which is present in the fruits, vegetables, as well as the whole cereals and millets. Okay, the next one is protein. Again, we can divide protein into first class protein and second class protein. First class protein is nothing but it is also called, otherwise also called as complete protein. That complete protein is nothing but we can get it from the milk and meat products. That is the protein which is present in those sources. The absorption of protein in our body will be about 90%. So that is the first class protein. For an example, if you are eating, if you are taking an egg, in an egg, it contains around 13.3 grams of protein. Okay, if you are eating an egg, then definitely our around 12.5% of the protein which is present in the egg is absorbed by our body. Okay, so only it is called as the first class protein. Next one is the second class protein, which is called as which is derived from the plant source. Why it is called as second class protein is nothing but the plant source, like pulses and legumes, the whole dals. For an example, rajma, then cowpea, chickpea. So all these contains nitrogen component. So the absorption of those plant sources, when we are eating that, our body will takes time to separate the nitrogen from that plant sources. So it takes time, as well as the absorption of protein is much lesser than the first class protein. Okay, so then third one is the fat. Again, the fat is classified into visible fat and the invisible fat. Here, the visible fat is, we can able to see the fat as such in the food products like butter, ghee, oil, vanaspati. Those all comes under the visible fats. And invisible fats are nothing but the milk products, butter, and then processed products like if you are taking some processed products like mozzarella cheese, so you cannot able to see, you cannot able to separate the fat from that particular food products. For an example, another example will be the cereals or pulses. Pulses also contain certain amount of fat. Egg is contain fat, but you cannot able to separate that fat from the sources. So it is called as invisible fat. The next one is the vitamins. Again, the vitamins classified into two types. One is fat soluble vitamins. The another one is the water soluble vitamins. So for fat soluble vitamins are A, D, vitamin A, vitamin D, vitamin E, and vitamin K. In the presence of fat only, these vitamins, these four vitamins can able to absorb by the body, and without the fat, these vitamins cannot able to absorb. Okay, the next one is the water soluble, and the one more thing, the A, D, E, K vitamins are soluble only in the fat substance. If you are adding oil to any certain kind of food items which is rich in A, D, E, K, then only it will be soluble. It will not soluble in the water. Only it will be soluble only in soluble means the dissolves only in the fat. The next one is the water soluble vitamin, that is vitamin B. There are certain number of B vitamins are there. You will see later, and vitamin C. So these are water soluble when we and heat resistant too. If you are washing certain kind, if you are washing with the water, then certain amount of these two vitamins will leach in the water. Okay, and so we have to, and also these are very sensitive to heat. When you are adding these vitamin rich foods to the heat, then it will not absorb by our body. So the next one is the minerals. Again, the minerals is classified into major minerals and trace elements. The major minerals are nothing but they are we are taking it in milligrams more than 100 grams. Okay, and trace elements are nothing but we are consuming the required amount of that trace elements or lesser than the 100 grams. Okay, so that only it is considered as some major minerals, and because it's we are taking it around 100 grams to 100 milligrams, but trace elements is lesser than the 100 milligrams, so it is called as trace element. But these plays a very major role in our day-to-day life as well as the health. Okay, without these minerals and trace elements, these will not act accordingly. So these are the vitamins. The B vitamins, A vitamins is essential for the healthy vision. Vitamin A is called as is required for our eyes. So it is essential for our healthy vision and growth immune response. It is required for our immune system as well as the reproduction. And the vitamin B is nothing but B1, B2, B3, B9, B12. So certain amount of B vitamins are there. So all the B vitamins required to promote overall health and well-being, and it is essential for the cell metabolism. Okay, it is essential for the DNA, RNA formations too. And vitamin C is nothing but it has various antioxidant properties, and it promotes the immune system. And here the vitamin E, again vitamin C and vitamin E are antioxidant properties, and it is required for all the it promotes the skin, eye, liver, heart, and brain health. And the next one is the vitamin K. It activates a protein and calcium essential for blood clotting. Yes, if you have a vitamin K deficiency, then your blood will not clot properly. If we cut the finger, then the blood is coming out. Definitely, when it comes to contact with the oxygen which is surrounded, then it will become very thick and it stops flowing. Right. If you have a vitamin K deficiency, then your blood will not clot. Usually, our blood clotting time will be 1 to 2 minutes. If it is not clot during that time, then if you are having a vitamin K deficiency, then it will not clot in that regular time. It takes a longer time. Okay, so that is essential for our blood clotting as well as the bone health. And vitamin D, you know that it helps to maintain the level of the calcium, and it is required for the healthy bone as well as the teeth. And it is the vitamin which is interrelated with the calcium and phosphorus. And here the vitamin C is related with the mineral iron. And here also vitamin E along with the iron. So without the vitamin C, iron will not work. Without iron, the vitamin C will not work. Like that, vitamin D also, it helps to maintain the normal level because vitamin D in the form of cholecalciferol only our body will absorb. For that conversion, that calcium is required. The next one is the minerals function. And here the calcium is present in the milk, cheese, green leafy vegetables, and it is required. Calcium is mainly required for the bone health. Just 1 minute, hold on. Thank you for your patience. Here, the calcium is required for the bone health, and chloride, again, it is present in the table salt, celery, tomatoes, and chloride is required for the healthy formation of teeth and gums, as well as the fluid balance in our body. And the magnesium is nothing but it is essential for the muscle and nerve stimulations. And the whole grains, cereals, legumes, nuts are loaded with the magnesium. And the next one is the phosphorus. Phosphorus is again for the normal cell development and cell membrane development. Phosphorus is required. It is present in the nuts, seeds, and legumes. The potassium is required for the water balance as well as the cardiac heart health. It is present in the banana, potato, and legumes contains more potassiums and the sodium. See here the minerals also, they are linked with each other. Calcium and phosphorus, they will link each other, and sodium and potassium, they will link each other. So if the sodium and potassium are in a regular or in a normal range only, they'll we can it's help to maintain the normal blood pressure. So sodium is required for the water balance and to maintain the blood pressure too. And this is present in the table salt, cheese, and as well as the vegetable juices. The minor minerals or iron, trace elements. So iron, which is the main one which carries the oxygen in the blood throughout our body. So, and it also helps to maintain the normal, healthy immune system. So if we are having enough iron, then definitely we can able to fight against the various disease conditions. Okay. The next one is the zinc. Zinc is nothing but it helps the absorption absorption of the iron as well as, and it also fight against the various disease conditions. And for the enzymatic reactions, that is the conversion of certain carbohydrates, proteins, and fat, zinc is very essential, and it functions throughout the body. And the selenium is again a antioxidant. Antioxidant is nothing but which provides the acts, it fights against the various disease condition. It protects our body. If we have more antioxidants, then definitely the disease which we are prone is very less. Okay, so selenium is a powerful antioxidant. Again, the cells from the free radical. Free radical is nothing but it damages the cell. If we have enough antioxidants, then definitely the cell will regain its own position, own formation. Again, the fluoride. Here the calcium and fluoride also interreactions because it is also required for the street teeth and the enamel formation. And the copper, which is required for the iron absorption and for an enzymatic actions. And here the chromium, it helps to break down the carbohydrate. As I told you before, these minor trace elements are helpful for the breakdown of the major minerals. and it enhances the insulin action too. And iodine again, you know that it is a major mineral for the thyroid hormone to regulate regulate and for the growth. Here manganese, again here it acts as an enzyme in the breakdown of carbohydrate, and molybdenum, again it is an enzyme which break down the protein. Okay, so without these trace elements, the major minerals cannot able to break down and it cannot be absorbed by our body. And water. So here benefits of water, we have to drink. There are a lot of myths of drinking water. We have to drink 4 liters of water, 5 liters of water, like that. See, normally for the summer season, our water intake should be more. And during the winter season, the water intake will be less. Whatever it may be, if you are drinking 5 liters of water, then the output, either in the form of urine or the sweat, it should be equalized. If you are drinking 3 liters of water, then the output should be also equal. Then that is the water balance. Okay. So if you are drinking more amount of water, water is nothing but water intake is nothing but not only drinking water, you are taking through the food also, you are drinking coffee. That is also a certain kind of liquid. Okay, water is nothing, water is not only the liquid. If you are taking a coffee, tea, that also comes under the liquids. Okay, then if you are having rasam or sambar, we are consuming certain amount of liquids from that also. So that is also equivalent to that. So just you be aware that if you are drinking water of 3 liters, then your output also should be the 3 liters. So what are the benefits? Let's see the benefits of drinking water. So when you are drinking more water, then you can able to prevent from the headaches, and your skin and your skin looking good without any shrinkage and without any tiredness. And if you are maintaining, if you are planning to do a weight management, then if you are drinking enough amount of water, will helps you to maintain a good weight. And drinking of water, again, maintain the body fluid and protects the joints and cartilages. So water helps to fluctuate your joints, and your muscles will get energized from your water which you are drinking it. So normally it is advised to take 8 cups of water a day, and the amount of water which is present in the lungs is 90% and brain 70%, blood 85%, energy which is converted food into water, which also helps to convert food into energy, and bones 24%, muscles 75%, which helps to the small intestine and large intestine, which helps the water helps the large intestine as well as the small intestine to absorb the nutrients which is passes through them, and our skin requires 80% of water. So this is the recommended dietary allowances. This is given by the Indian Council of Medical Research, which is given in the which our government will follow. So here the particulars which is the work is divided into 3 types. One is sedentary work. Sedentary work is nothing but the white collar job. The moderate work, which is in between the heavy work and sedentary work. Heavy work is nothing but the person who is doing labors who is working in a road or coolie work. They are considered as a heavy work. So for a man, the body weight should be 60 kilograms approximately. And for a female, the body weight should be 55 kg. And here the energy per day, they required, the white collar jobs persons required 2,320 grams, 20 kilocalories per day. And the moderate work 2,730. And protein usually estimated gram per kilogram. If a person weighing 65 kilograms, then he required 65 grams of protein. If a female weighing 43 kgs, then her protein requirement will be 43 grams of protein. The visible fat should be 25-30, depends upon, because they are not going to work, sedentary workers, or not doing much of physical work. So only the visible fat should be 25 grams, because 25 into 9, then you can put it, then you get the calories. So only the visible fat amount will be less, and the iron should be 17. And the female, because of our menstrual cycle, the female required more amount of iron when compared to the male. And again, the calcium is same, and the zinc for male it is around 12, and for female it's around 10 milligrams per day. And here for the female during the pregnancy and the lactation, it will be differ, because that time we are required more amount of energy, as well as since the fetus is inside our womb, we require more amount. We are taking food for the nutrients should be required for both the womb as well as the female. So the requirement will be different for the pregnant woman. That is plus 350 is nothing, but if she is being a sedentary worker, then 1900 plus 350 should be the required amount. And here the for a pregnancy woman, the iron protein will be more, because for the bodybuilding of the womb, it is around 82.2 grams per day, and the visible fat is 30. Iron will be the 35, because for the for womb as well as the for her. And calcium, because the backbone will be strengthened for the for carrying the womb. So double the amount of calcium is required during that time. Retinol is nothing but the vitamin A. Vitamin A is absorbed in the two forms, retinol as well as the beta carotene. So it will be double the amount here. 800 micrograms per day, as well as the beta carotene is 6,400 micrograms per day. Here the lactation again 0 to 6 months. Why it is converted into two different types is nothing but during this first 6 months the baby is mostly more depend upon the breastfeed. So mother has to feed the baby. So the 0 to 6 months she requires additional amount of 600 kilocalories when she is sedentary or moderate or heavy worker. And the protein is literally down when compared to the pregnancy period. And here the calcium is again 1200. Here the retinol as well as the carotene, because through the breast milk she is transferring all the nutrients to the baby. Okay, and after 6 months the baby starts the weaning food. Weaning food is nothing but the additional food apart from the breast milk. So here the energy kilocalories will be lighter, will be less than the 0 to 6 months of lactation period, and the protein is also less. Again here the calcium is the same amount of requirement is needed. Here the infant 0 to 6 months, here the based upon the kilogram, because each and every kid is different in their kilogram, so it is depend upon their kilogram per day. And this is the various kind of recommended dietary allowances for boys and girls, which is up to 17 years, and the man, which is considered from the again 22. Apart from this 17 years, the man will consider from 17 to still the life end. So this is also will be very depend upon the disease conditions. Okay. And here the regular dietary intake. So for a sedentary worker and moderator worker, the cereals and millet should be 370 grams, pulses should be 120 pulses, and beans should be 120 grams. Green leafy vegetables, this is you have to take 120 grams individual person, not for the family. If you are a female, this 120 grams of beans should be of from the morning to the night. You have to consume 120 grams of pulses in any form, either in a sundal form or in a salad, or in a form of dal, or in the form of sambar, or in the form of idli dosas. Definitely in idli dosa, we are adding pulses. So either in the form from the morning to till night, you have to consume this amount of protein per day. And here, green leafy vegetables of 100 grams, vegetables of 100 grams, 200 grams. So roots and tubers, as I told you before, vegetables is classified into 3 types: roots and tubers, which is grown under the ground, nor other vegetables, or like lady's finger, pumpkin, broad bean, on broad bean, and then capsicum, all comes under the vegetables. So you have to consume totally 400 grams of vegetables throughout the day, and fruits 100 grams, either a juicy fruits or a pulpy fruits, and seasonal fruit is advisable for the, because of the when compared to the cost. If you are going for a seasonal fruit, then it will be cheaper when compared to the other fruits. And nuts of 45 grams, milk or curd of around 300 ml. Fats and oils should be 40. And then energy obtained from these groups will be this much of that, either 2080 kilocalories, if this is, and 2680. Like that, you have to go for your daily intake of cereals, pulses, vegetables, fruits, nuts, and milks. This was given to each and every person like that recommended dietary allowances. So this is the food pyramid. So a balanced diet is nothing but all the food groups is you are taking in a required amount in a particular meal. Okay, at least a meal should, either a breakfast or a lunch should contain all the 5 food groups, that is cereals and millets, pulses and legumes, milk and meat, and then fruits and vegetables, and fats and sugars. These 5 food groups should be present in any one of the meal, either in a breakfast or in a lunch. Okay, so balanced diet is nothing but which includes all the variety of foods in adequate amount and correct proportions. Okay, why we have to take in a correct proportion means to meet our daily requirements of protein, and then vitamins and minerals, carbohydrates. Okay, this is the food pyramid. Here we have to take whole grains in a larger quantity, that is around 10 to 12 servings. And then next to that is vegetables, fruits, and legumes, nuts, and seeds for about 6 to 7 servings. And vegetables, oil, 1 to 2 servings. Milk, meat, and products, again 1 to 2 servings. Egg should be in optional. Sweets once in a week, and meat should be in a once in a week. You have to drink either in a form of beverage or a glass of water, around 8 glasses of water. Okay. So if we are, this is from this, we can able to know what is carbohydrate, and what are the foods which is present, which is rich in carbohydrate, what are the foods which is rich in protein, and what is minerals, trace elements, major minerals, and fat soluble vitamins, and water soluble vitamins. If the next one is, if you are taking lesser amount of carbohydrate, you can feel the shivering and faster heart rate, extreme hunger, and sweating a lot, sometimes dizziness and confusions. If you are taking a low amount of carbohydrate, because from the carbohydrate only we are getting a energy for our day-to-day life. If you are getting a more amount of carbohydrate, then it will be stored as glycogen in our liver. If you are taking more than excess amount of carbohydrate, then it will leads to again type 2 diabetes mellitus, which is non-insulin dependent. They don't require the insulin. They'll maintain their sugar level through the pills, that is tablets, and high blood pressure, heart disease and stroke, high cholesterol, gallbladder diseases, fatty liver, because in our fat only excess amount of carbohydrate will be stored, and sleep insomnia, that is lack of sleep, and then osteoporosis, which is when we are put on weight, then definitely our body balance should be, we cannot able to maintain our body weight. So it will leads to osteoporosis, and then sometimes it may leads to cancer and especially the obesity. If you are eating more amount of carbohydrates on a regular basis, it will leads to obesity first. Obesity is nothing but the excess amount of kilograms compared to the weight. Okay. So if you are obese, then definitely these will come one by one to you. Okay. The next one is the protein. If you have, if your protein intake is low, then definitely you will feel the hair loss and then muscle weakness. You don't have enough strength to, your muscles are so weak and you will feel tired, and increased susceptibility. That is, you are prone to simple infections and slow healing process. If you are getting a wound, then the wound will not be healed fast. It will take a longer time. And then edema is nothing but the swelling of the body, swelling. Okay. So if you are not taking enough protein, then these are the signs. If you are taking too much of protein, then your weight again will be automatically, increased, and a certain amount of nutrient deficiencies will occur, and heart disease, certain kinds of heart disease, you are prone to certain kind of heart diseases. And if you are taking more amount of protein, then your kidney cannot able to digest it. It will work hard and hard and hard to convert the protein to amino acids. Again, if it's work hard for a longer time, then it will stop fast its work, and it leads to damage the kidney and dehydration. So you cannot able to, your body will dehydrate it. Okay. The next one is intake of fat. If your fat is deficient, then you may lead to certain kind of heart problems, memory impairments, memory loss, and then joint pain, because for the for fluctuating the elbow and knee, fat helps us to bend and stretchability. So if you're not having enough fat, then definitely you will have a joint pain. And from fat also we are getting energy. So you will feel tired, and then cold hands. Some persons are having a lot of sweatings. That is because of especially in the hands. So that is because of the fat indeficiency, and sometimes it may lead to higher cholesterol level, and the vision will be impaired. If you are taking a higher amount of fat, then it leads to again type 2 diabetes mellitus, cardiovascular disease, intestine will prone to get disease, breast cancer, gastric, intestinal, liver cancer, and kidney diseases, osteoporosis, central nervous system disorders. And if you're taking a long term of higher fatty foods, then the liver will be turned like this. This is a fatty liver. This is a healthy liver. So if you are prone to fatty liver, then liver is considered as a workshop of our body, like a mechanic shop. If any bike is getting repaired, then we are going for a mechanic shop, then we are getting repaired. Like that, our body mechanic shop is liver. If liver is damaged, then it will lead to all kinds of diseases. And this is the vitamins and minerals deficiency. Again, as I told you before, calcium deficiency leads to dry skin. Fatigue means tiredness and muscle spasms. Change in the fingernails. If you see the fingernails, it will be dry, as well as it will have a different shapes. And numbness in the hand and leg. Numbness means if you are sitting for a long time, you cannot able to feel your leg. And After sometimes only you can able to feel it. Either you have to stretch it properly. That is called as numbness. Tamil marathu poradun solluvaanga. And zinc deficiency is loss of taste. If you are having a zinc deficiency, if you cannot able to taste the food properly, as well as you cannot able to identify the exact flavor of the particular food. And hair loss and loss of appetite. Loss of appetite means you cannot feel hungry. Okay, you are not feel to eat. That is the low appetite. And magnesium deficiency again leads to low appetite, fatigue and weakness, muscle spasms, shiver, drowsiness. Drowsiness is always a mood swing, and nausea and vomiting. Feels like nausea is nothing but the vomiting sensation. It's not a vomiting. If vomiting is just we are taking it out, nausea is nothing but feeling, vomiting sensation is called as nausea. And heart palpitation is nothing but the heartbeat will be very fast. Potassium deficiency is nothing but frequent urination, constipation, tingling sensation and numbness, like a pin parking in the skin. Heart palpitations. Iron deficiency is nothing but, if you are having iron deficiency, definitely the weakness, you are having a weakness, and hair loss will be there. Shortness of if you are walking for a short distance also, your breathness will be very short, and rapid heartbeat, coldness in hand and feet, and poor memory and lack of focus. These are the deficiency of iron. And I have given a major deficiency of these vitamins. Vitamin A is related to the eyes. So if we are not taking vitamin A in a proper amount, then it leads to night blindness. Vitamin B1 beriberi, and B2 retarded growth, pellagra, which is a skin disease. Vitamin B5 parathisia, and then anemia, vitamin B6, which is related to the iron, which leads to anemia. B7 dermatitis and enteritis. Vitamin B9 and B12, again B12, which is related to the iron, again anemia. Vitamin C, the scurvy, which is nothing but the dry skin, swelling of gums, and immune power will be low. And vitamin D, which is related to the calcium, rickets and the osteomalacia. This rickets is a shortness growth. Vitamin E leads to the less fertility and muscle and nerve weakness. Vitamin K leads to, again, coagulation of the blood. So here is the food timings. So nowadays we are not at all maintaining the good food time. Right. Especially if a female, then after finishing of the work only, most of the female are taking their breakfast around 10:30, 10 to 10:30, because her focus is on to finish off all the household work, or to send all the members to their either the school or working place. The female cannot able to sit and eat peacefully during the peak hours, that is the morning hours. So this I have suggest the good food timings. If you are maintaining this time itself, you will be very healthy, and you can able to avoid a certain kind of diseases, as well as you can able to maintain your weight properly. Okay, the early morning should be the 6 a.m. to 7 a.m. Either whenever you are waking up, you have to drink a plain water, glass of water, with which soothes the which eliminates the constipation. And first of all water, and then you can go for any hot drinks. Then it should be around 6 a.m. to 7 a.m. and the breakfast should be 7 to 8:30. Within this time, it is the perfect time for the breakfast, because breakfast is from the name itself, we are breaking the fasting, because from the night onwards we are not at all eating. So if you are not eat at the right time, if you are not break the fast, then it will leads to certain problems. So we have to eat our breakfast around 7 a.m. to 8:30 a.m. and this should be a protein rich as well as carbohydrate rich. Okay. And the mid morning meal should be around 10 to 10:30. It should be a very light and either a porridge, soup, or some fruit salads and vegetable salads, sundals can able to take during this time. And the lunch should be 1 p.m. to 2:30 p.m. And either the lunch should at least lunch should have all the 5 food groups in that. Then it will be a complete lunch and complete meal. And the evening snacks should be 4:30 to 5:30. Why here it is so longer time means here we are having a variety of food and so it takes time for digestion. So the evening snacks should be 4:30 or 5:30 p.m. and the dinner, you should complete your dinner by 8 p.m. itself. Okay. So if you are going to bed by 10, then before 2 hours, if you are going by 10:30, then before 2 hours itself, you have to finish off your dinner. Okay, so the perfect time for dinner is 7 p.m. to 8 p.m. And the bedtime either if you are having a practice of drinking a milk during the bedtime, that is okay. So bedtime should be around 10 or 9:30, whatever it may be. It's depend upon your lifestyle, but you have to be bed around 10 p.m. So when you are going to bed, before going to bed itself, you should not switch off. You put your phone not near to the bed, just far away from the bed. And by 10 p.m., just you should close your eyes and you sleep for at least 8 hours. If we have a deep sleep, then that itself you can be able to lead a healthy life. If you are seeing any movie after 10 p.m. or you are scrolling your mobile or you are not get enough sleep, then definitely it will affect your body. Okay. So this is the food timings you should follow in your day-to-day life. And exercise. Just I talked about more on food, but exercise is also very important to our day-to-day life because whenever we are eating food, it provides energy to us, as well as if you are doing exercise in a regular basis, then it will give more positives and positive attitude, as well as it will prevent your organs from certain kind of diseases. So if you are doing regular exercise, you should do minimum half an hour and maximum up to your wish, because after 20 minutes only, the fat which is present in our body is getting mobilized. Okay. So that the 20 minutes of not if you are doing exactly 20 minutes of exercise, definitely you cannot able to do it. So if you are doing half an hour of 30 minutes of exercise on a regular basis, then your fat will get mobilized and it is excreted through urine and then stools and through the sweats. Okay, so energy is important for exercise increases your energy and it strengthen your muscle and muscle tone, and it helps to sleep properly, and it burns of excess calories. Okay, if you are eating pizza in the evening, then you have to work out more to burn that calories, whatever you have ate and it is deposited in your body. You have to double the amount of your exercise when you are eating a higher amount of caloric food. So it improves your circulation, and exercise helps your joint to stay loose and supple. And here it improves the endurance. That is, it able to do a longer time. So exercise helps to relieve the stress, and it also provides a good posture. Certain people, when you are doing a certain exercise, it will provide a good posture for you. Thank you for the session. If you have any doubt now, you can. It is open for the discussion. it is open for the discussion. You can ask any doubt, or if you have any clarifications, you can ask. No doubts?
மேம்
Yes.
மேம் சிம்பிள் சுகர் பத்தி நீங்க சொல்றீங்களா? லாக்டோஸ், குளுக்கோஸ் அது மறுபடியும் நீங்க சொல்ல முடியுமா மேம்?
Simple sugars அப்படின்றது என்னன்னா, just it is divided into two types. One is monosaccharide and the other one is the disaccharides. That is which is easily converted into glucose and it will be absorbed by our blood cells and it can carries through the blood. Okay. So easier convert ஆகிறது. இப்போ for an example, if you are eating a vegetable, raw vegetable நீங்க சாப்பிடும்போது, the conversion of glucose takes longer time. So in the disaccharides and monosaccharides அப்படின்றது எதுல இருக்கு அப்படின்னா, glucose which is from honey, sugar, and fructose from the fruits. Fruit juices குடிக்கிறீங்க பாத்தீங்களா, அது வந்து it's a monosaccharide. If you are feeling tired, வெளியில போறீங்க, வீட்டுக்குள்ளார வந்தோடனே, but just what you will do, either you can go for a drink any fruit juices, or if you are roaming around the hot sun, what we are going to do, what we will do, definitely we will go and have some fruit juices. Just that's an instant energy. If you are if anybody fell down due to some problem, what they are doing, just they'll give a glucose, right? So those are the simple sugars which is readily absorbed by our bloodstream. Glucose, fructose, galactose, as well as maltose, lactose, and sucrose. These are the simple sugars.
Okay, ma'am.
Yeah, definitely we'll provide notes as well as we'll share the PPTs to you.
Okay, ma'am. Ma'am, lactose, glucose, fructose?
Glucose, fructose, galactose. Those are
Okay.
monosaccharides. Okay. They are
Okay.
easily converted into simple sugar, immediately converted into glucose. Again,
Okay,
the
ma'am.
disaccharide is two molecules. Mono means one molecules, di means two molecules. So maltose, lactose, and then sucrose. These three are the disaccharides.
Okay, ma'am. Thanks, ma'am.
Thank you. Anybody else? If you want to ask in Tamil also, just I can explain it. Just don't hesitate to ask. தமிழ்லயும் நீங்க டவுட் கேட்கலாம். ஜென்ரல் இது சம்பந்தமா அப்படின்னு இல்ல, ஜென்ரலா நீங்க உங்க ஹெல்த் பத்தி இல்ல வேற ஏதாவது ஃபுட் ரிலேட்டடா கேட்கணும்னாலும் கேட்கலாம். The session is open for discussion. No doubts, sir. Host is not allowing. Sir, admin sir, எல்லாரும் அன்மியூட் பண்ணி விடுறீங்களா? So the session is open for discussion. So please unmute for the participants. Okay, still that just ask any questions through the chat.
Yeah, good evening, ma'am.
Good evening, ma'am.
Actually, I have doubt regarding this 8 aspect of well-being into one's life. That is the third point is intellectual.
Okay.
Can you please explain that point once again?
Which one, ma'am?
Intellectual point.
What?
8 aspects of well-being into one's life.
First one.
No, it's the fourth one, intellectual point. It's the first PPT.
Yeah, intellectual is nothing but just how we are, our knowledge is used, okay? Expanding our knowledges, expanding our skills, critical thinking during the unexpected moment. Okay, that is the intellectual health. Especially for an example, daily reading a book, just challenge ourselves to observe the others and challenge ourselves during a critical situations. Or certain amount of open-minded, what other people think, if we are doing like this, what other people think, or what other people are doing. If a person is doing wrong, then through our intellectual health, we can able to understand the person, why, in which situation the person is doing that.
Oh, is it related to our mental strength?
Yes, of course.
Okay. Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, one question to me. That
Yes.
is, you told me sometimes people will feel low sugar, no?
Yes.
So during that time, we can give something, some energy drinks, some sweet
Yes.
juices
Yes.
like that. But I want to
Yes.
know, how can we differentiate between the people are at a low sugar or low BP? Sometimes people are getting low BP, sometimes low sugar. How can we differentiate that, whether it is low BP or it is low sugar?
See, whenever you are getting a low sugar, your blood pressure is also getting down.
Okay.
Okay. So whenever you are feeling low sugar, sometimes you will feel a giddiness.
Okay.
And whenever you are getting a low pressure, you will get some kind of palpitation. Palpitation is nothing but you will get a shivering.
Yeah, or படபடப்பு or
Yes.
shivering. Okay.
That is
No, because at low sugar time also people are getting shivering. Because why
Yes.
I'm asking, sometimes when the people are at low BP, we give buttermilk with more salt. Then they'll be okay. Or some lemon and salt we can give. We are
Yes.
providing like that. But if it is in low sugar, we are giving a chocolate or juice like that. So only if we differentiate these both, then we can provide accordingly to them. So that's why I'm asking you.
Yes. Especially the person who are diabetic. For the known person of diabetic only, if they are getting any such kind of certain low sugar, see, those person only we are talking about the low sugar.
Okay.
Their sugar level will be low for a known diabetic person.
Okay.
Okay. For the rest of the people, for a normal people, they will talk about the low blood pressure.
Low BP. Okay. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah.
Because the known diabetic persons only, they know that the difference between the low blood pressure as well as the low sugar.
This is actually,
Common-
I have visibly seen the people.
Yes.
Sometimes they will feel giddiness and they will also faint also. So at that time, we feel that it is a low BP.
Mhm.
They are non-diabetic, but we feel it is low BP. Then
Yeah,
only
what is
after
the-
giving some juices, we are giving, it is getting recovered. So that we can finalize that is low sugar. That is the main.
Yes, that is low sugar is only occurred only for the non-diabetic person.
Okay. So
For-
you're meaning that only for the diabetic person you'll get low sugar, for others you will not get low sugar.
Yes,
That will be a low BP, yeah?
yes.
So I have to go through that because I have seen many people, even non-diabetic, have undergone low sugar. That's why. Okay. Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Hello, ma'am. I had a question
Yes, ma'am.
regarding lactating mothers. What diet should they follow so that after the postpartum weight, they can even do weight loss? Plus, even milk supply will be good enough for the baby.
Can
What
you please-
particular diet can they follow? Lactating mothers, ma'am. What particular diet or food components should
The
they
lactating
eat?
mother should
Yeah.
take more amount of protein, and the carbohydrate should be of polysaccharide. Polysaccharide means the high fiber diet. Okay, most of the
Oh.
lactating mother, they'll have constipation problem. So for that, they have to take high fiber diet, and the high fiber diet also helps to maintain their weight instead of going for simple sugars. Okay.
Yeah.
If you are taking a fiber rich diet,
Okay.
then it will help to maintain your regular weight. And the proteins helps to provide the bodybuilding as and the milk secretion too, the pulses
Oh.
and the meat and milk products. Okay.
Oh.
And that
Okay.
too, in a minimum, meat and milk products should be in a counts. And that is 1 portion, 2 portion like that. It should not contain all the 3 meals. It should be either in a
Mhm.
breakfast or in the lunch, not after 5 p.m. The fat-rich foods should not be taken after 5 p.m. Okay.
Mm.
And then you can
Oh.
eat lot of fruits and vegetables too, and certain kinds of nuts that you can eat it in the mid-morning snacks for the
Okay.
milk secretion, as well as you can able to maintain your weight.
Oh.
And you should
Okay.
eat instead of 3 meals, you can go for 6 meals too.
Little meals.
Yes.
Okay.
Uh,
Okay. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
Ma'am,
Yes.
ma'am, I need some clarity on type second class protein, ma'am.
Second class protein is nothing but the protein from the plant source. See, for first class, it is being absorbed by the body. The second class plant source is it which contains nitrogen, carbon. When we see the chemical formulation, carbon, hydrogen, oxygen, and nitrogen is also present in the plant source. So when we are taking the plant source, that nitrogen conversion, the splitting up of nitrogen from the protein takes time, and the breakdown, it takes a longer time, as well as the breakdown is more. So the protein which is present in the plant source is comparatively less to the first class protein. As I told you before, if 1 egg contains 13.3 grams of protein. If we take egg, then around 12.5 to 90% of that 3.3 grams of protein will be absorbed by our body. If you are taking 100 grams of chickpea sundal, okay, it contains around 25 grams of protein, it seems. Then the absorption of protein from that 100 grams will be that 100 grams of chickpea, 25 grams protein will be around 10 to 12 grams of protein only absorbed by our body. Instead of 25 grams, the absorption will be 10 to 12 grams only because of the nitrogen component.
Okay. Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
Got it?
Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
Any other questions?
No, ma'am.
Whether the session is useful for you?
Yes,
Yes, ma'am.
ma'am. Very useful, ma'am.
Whether you got an idea about the food and what it is exactly and the nutrients?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Whether you can be able to plan a diet based on the food groups.
Sure, ma'am. We will.
Yes,
We
we
will
can try. Ma'am.
Pardon?
We can try, ma'am.
Okay. Just see the food groups and then just at least any one meal you can include all the food groups in any one meal, either the breakfast or the lunch.
Sure, ma'am. Sure, ma'am.
Okay.
Okay,
Yes.
ma'am.
Any other questions or anything you want to discuss?
Sure, ma'am, we will discuss. As it's a completely different field for us. So
Okay.
after studying notes and all, surely we will have the lots of questions to discuss with you. Maybe
Yeah,
in
sure.
next class.
Yeah, sure. Actually, this is the general or a general awareness about the food and what to eat and what it is exactly. From next class onwards, just we'll see what we are going to study about the food science. In the next class, just I'll explain what are the cereals, what we are going to study during these courses. And if you have any doubt in these sessions also, just please note them and you can ask on next class too.
Okay.
That is on Wednesday. 7 to
Sure.
9. Okay. And
Okay.
here the session will be first 10 minutes for discussion and last 10 minutes for discussion. Okay. And you can note down the questions and just this is the introduction, not just the general awareness class. So I request you to just share or discuss during the session. Okay, if I alone talks during the session, then it will be get bored. If you interact with me, then only I can able to give more and more informations regarding the food as well as the nutrients.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay. So
Okay, ma'am.
shall we wind up the session today?
Okay, ma'am.
Yes.
Thank you,
Yes,
ma'am. Thank you
ma'am.
so much, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
Okay, thank
Thank
you.
you, ma'am.
Good night.
Good night,
night, ma'am.
ma'am.
Their attendance?